All kids out of the pool for Adult Swim. All kids out.
Welcome to the Sitting by the Fire podcast with your co-hosts Tofar Love and Pizza Rat Gaming, featuring our special guest for the day, Amunra86. How's it going, Amunra?
It's going pretty good.
Welcome to the podcast.
Yeah, welcome on.
Hey, that's what's up. How are you two doing?
Oh, doing fantastic.
I'm doing good. I'm painting another one of the computer screen pieces that I have. I painted it red today.
Nice.
It took forever to dry,
Ooh.
so I was sitting outside for like an hour and a half, sweating really bad.
It's probably because you're wearing a hoodie.
I wasn't wearing it earlier. I was in a black shirt and black shorts.
You was in a black shirt, black shorts?
Yeah.
Outside?
Yeah.
During
Actually,
springtime? That makes sense, though.
Drip never stops.
It was like 100 degrees for us last Thursday. For like Wisconsin and May, that's crazy. It's wild.
Yeah.
Amunra, why don't you tell the people a little about yourself? Who are you?
Alright.
What do you do?
My name's Amunra. I'm a VTuber. I stream whatever I want to stream, whenever I want to stream it. But really, I tend to stream DBD a lot. It's a game that I'm a killer main, so it's really easy playing killer for a king, not paying attention whatsoever. It's really easy. A caveman could do it. Just lay some stuff out there, and you're good. You got this. So I'm play DBD, Resident Evil, 2K. Thinking about doing some VR chats and VR poker and stuff like that, and bring my avatar into it, things.
Okay, well, nice. What got you into streaming? What was your kick-off into the streaming platform? When we chose Twitch, I guess, also.
Originally, I didn't choose Twitch. Originally, I was streaming on Xbox. I was streaming on Mixer, and the big thing that got me into it is because on playing NBA, the show and stuff like that. I was playing all the sports game, but I would always talk shit. A lot of people used to tell me, "Oh, you'd be great if you was a stream," and "Oh my god, you're entertaining." So I'd be like, fine, let's go ahead and stream." So that's pretty much it. Like I just said, all right, let's jump into it. I was Mixer, and I had like a good following. Then Mixer just said, "Boom, boom." After that, I said, all right, let's take it on Twitch.
That's kind of crazy. That's kind of what happens when you put millions of dollars to top streamers and then forget about actually needing money for shit.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I think you're the first person that I've met that's started on Mixer.
Mm-hmm. I started there. It was really easy. Like, when you stream on the Xbox for Twitch, you don't have a chat bar. You don't have any thing that's there. You don't get to see how many people are there, and it's actually not compatible in any formal way. The Mixer was right there. Like, you can just put your chat bar in certain locations. If someone says a message, you see it. That's why I did it that way. But then I figured out, you could do Twitch in here too. And the workaround is just have your phone in front of the TV screen. That's basically.
I see a lot of people who are like playing on Xbox, and you see them like, well, they don't respond for a while, and then they like look down or whatever if they have a face cam. But how long ago did you start on Mixer?
I started on Mixer like the last 3 months that they were doing it. So like that's why I had a little bit of the following. That's why I just moved it over. But that's really it. Once it stopped, I was like, oh man, I probably should do this again, but in the place that it actually is going to stay there.
Yeah.
And I started it on Twitch. Originally, it was just me just doing it with no camera or anything like that. And once I got me a computer, I did VTubing.
Nice.
Did you see a good amount of the people from Mixer follow you over to Twitch?
A good majority of them, yeah.
Nice.
I could tell you, like, the reason why I got to affiliate was because of my little brother, and also a good following from everybody else. Like, my little brother was affiliated on Twitch, and he was just like, "Oh yeah, you just come over to Twitch," and I was like, "Fine." He just got me there.
Nice.
Yeah.
That is cool.
Well, if you don't mind me asking, so I think you were there. I mean, not for like the longest time. But was the culture of Mixer different from like Twitch? I know like Twitch has like its own kind of culture and everything. Would you say that's very different from Twitch, or was it like kind of similar but just a little different? Or
less toxic, to be completely honest with you. Ever since I
Really?
was on Twitch, I mean, I'm a killer main, so you'll find me getting "Go Kill Yourself" messages almost every game that I play. They'll hop into your thing saying, "Oh, you're a Twitcher," and they'll do that all in your Twitch. You just block them and stuff. You just move on.
Yeah.
They really aren't nothing, But you get more toxicity, more people saying you're stream sniping than you did on Mixer. Like I honestly, I ain't
Yeah.
happy. I mean, you're stream sniping me in DBD because I was on there. The most that I got was, "Oh well, thank you for popping in," stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a large community of people who immediately claim stream sniping.
Yeah.
I claim stream sniping when I don't stream snipe because I'd be sitting here like, "How did you know I was over here? There's no reason."
Yeah.
Playing Valorant, like, how did you know I was sitting in this one corner, crouched, just minding my own business?
That is crazy.
Oi.
Yeah, I don't know. What's the worst experience that you've had from like toxic chatters?
I mean, I've had one where it wasn't when I was live. It was me walking into someone else's stream, and this is back when Pithead just came out. So like, I already knew that he was coming in, and he was gonna say, "You've opened the box, I came," and because of that, I wanted to make sure that I got really good at making him say I came. That's all that I really wanted to do. Then they said, "Oh well, we ran into some issues. We can't use his voice." I was like, I got ranked 1 killer with Pinhead for what? How I felt. I was like, I'm just out here making this dude come for no reason now. Like, this is crazy. So
Man's coming and he's not even saying it.
so I one time hopped in someone's game. And I saw that they were streaming. I said, "GG's." Like I said, "Good luck, have fun. I'm gonna be your killer. I'm gonna leave this real quick. Just wanted to say good luck, have fun." I closed the entire app on my phone, so it doesn't even say that I'm lurking any form away. So I just closed it. I killed them extremely easily. Like it was, and at that time, no one knew how to really play against Pinhead, so it was really just pop, 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 pop. I put them all in the basement, and I made me a Christmas tree. Like it was really just one of those things where it was just like really easy, and they all kept running into me. Like they didn't even.
Yeah.
Once you had that perk, is basically, I forgot what it's called, plaything. Once you had that, no one knew where you were, so you just kept smacking them, and they said, "Oh, you tunneled us." I'm like, "Dude, you walked right into my face. What did you want me to do?" Like, "Oh, you're right here." Like, "Oh, standing in front of me. Let me turn around real quick." No. So I came back into their stream, and I found out that I was blocked on their stream.
Oh shit!
And they were already talking trash about me, talking about, "Oh, he was stream sniping. He's a horrible killer. Look at his Twitch. He's so he's so bad. He'll never have a coming. Look at his followers, stuff like that." So like,
fuck.
their followers and people that were in their stream went ahead later on and tried to do the same thing when I was streaming later. Like they followed me just enough to get the notification. So they try to go into my Twitch doing the same thing. "Oh, you're a trash killer, blah 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 blah." And I was like, if I'm really that trash,
Damn.
1v1.
How big was the channel that you were playing against?
So at the time I had 40 followers. They had, I think it was 7,900. So like in my eyes,
damn.
yeah, in my eyes, they had like a following. Like they practically was a partner in my eyes. And
there's definitely a handful of people that come over and talk shit.
Yeah, so that's like the most toxic situation. And the sad part is, it just so happens to be on DVD. When I play single player games, people be like, "Why didn't you collect this item?" I'm like, because I'm not one of those. I don't play like single player games or RPG games. Like I have to collect everything. No, I play in it like I'm under leveled and I'm still gonna go fight the boss.
Oof, that's fucking crazy. Oh,
go for it.
I would say your name of Moonra, is that it's because I know Ra is. I think you had kind of a theme of Egyptian, like your whole thing. Is it like a story to that, or is it just,
It is actually a story to that. He's my god. I am pagan. So, it started off with like I was originally Christian and stuff like that, and I just learned more and moved away from Christianity, moved towards that. My original gamer tag was Goku Kid 666, and all throughout my teenage years, I was like Goku Kid. And people would be like, "Why didn't you put Kid Goku?" I said, because 1, don't you think that's probably taken? 1, and 2, I liked Goku when he was a kid, not kid when he was a Goku. So what is it? Like I would always flip it around like that, and people didn't have anything to say. But I was like, all right, so I'm actually a man now. It's gonna be kind of weird me rocking around with the name Kid in my name.
Yeah.
So I had to think. I was like, what other way to start up a stream or anything like that than actually give honor to my god? So I picked Ra.
Huh.
Nice.
This
What's the-
character is supposed to be depicted off of Ra. The hair is blah blah blah, but the tattoo on his eye is the Eye of Ra, and I just wanted to make a little bit more things where more of my avatars that I build in the future are going to be depicted off of other Egyptian gods, and I'm going to build a theme and characters for these people, so they all have their own personality. So it's like you're not talking to me, you're talking to the god, and the god is playing the game, and the god's doing what they want to do. Because I know their personalities, and I can act and portray anyone I want.
Nice.
Nice.
So
yeah.
So your VTuber has like a backstory or a lore.
Yeah, he pretty much has his own lore. He's just a god. It's pretty much he's just playing games and just chilling. So whenever I started to make a character named Osiris, so whenever I actually play that one and I have people follow or anything like that, you're gonna be welcomed into the duo. I'm gonna have channel points to where we can weigh your soul on the scales of Mahat, stuff like that, and see if you deserve to go to heaven. But in like a Twitch thing, we're gonna do like VIPs, stuff like that.
Cool.
And let's say if your heart is too heavy or it's too light or you failed it, what we're gonna do is we're gonna time you out or ban you or something like that real quick. So like you can like it's something to where you can do it, so you get some benefits out of it. But there's a chance that you don't. So it's one of those things where it fits well with my whole entire background, my story, and everything like that. You might catch me if you ever see my streams ever say the Lord of the Duat awaits. Just know I'm playing Killermain and I'm playing as toxic as possible. I'm gonna make someone cry, and they're gonna come in and they're gonna be the Lord of the Duat. What is that? No, they get a little lesson out of it.
It's,
Your worst nightmare. That is kind of cool, though.
yeah, I think the only reason I actually at least I put it together is literally just because I watched a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh as a kid, so I know they're all Egyptian, the Egyptian god cards and all that. So it's something I mean to ask you for a while actually.
Yeah, so that's something about me. You know, use a little personal side.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this character right here, his name is just Amun Ra. He can also be called Akhmin Ra or Aten Ra, but
Nice.
I picked Amun Ra because he's part Horus, part Ra.
Cool.
Apparently, at one point they fused. So that's the thing.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
Damn. How long have you been studying, or I guess participating in the Egyptian religion?
So when it comes down to that, it's a long story. For me, it started off with I was a Christian, more or less Catholic side. But the reason why is because I'm Puerto Rican. So, like, we have Santorini in our blood. My grandma, my great-grandma, everyone who was in the island of Puerto Rico were really high up in Santorini. So I learned a lot when it comes to witchcraft elements and stuff. So Santorini is basically voodoo, but make you Christian, so you don't get killed by your slave owners. That's basically it. So that's it. Just get passed down and passed down. I knew that witchcraft and stuff like that was acceptable. My family was really open with my whatever I wanted to do. When I was a teenager, I was more on the Greek mythology side of stuff and things. And when I actually became more into college and more into where I am now, I just moved more into the Egyptian. Since
Nice.
all three of those pantheons are technically together.
Cool.
It's interesting.
What would you say your favorite like single player series is?
Single player series would have to be Assassin's Creed. I've used to play Assassin's Creed for a long time. Like I got the first one for the Xbox 360. Got it like I was playing it and it was hard because it didn't tell you where to go, and I hated that.
Yeah.
It didn't tell me where to go, and I'm one of those people who are like, I don't know what to do with my life. Where's the tips guide? So once they added the Assassin's Creed 2, where they told you just go here, and that would get you. I was like, oh, love it. I love the story behind it. I love how they always bring it back to Desmond and always have to loop it back in. I love that. So now that they're out here playing with Assassin's Creed Ragnarok, they out here have the the pagan gods, where the Nordic side, and you get to play as Odin and stuff like that. I think that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Oh yeah.
That is cool. I've never played. Well, I think I tried to play one of the Assassin's Creeds. It might have been 3 or something like that. But I'm not a big single player game guy, so
I play everything, man. If you,
Yeah.
I talk shit and play Tetris. I don't care. I would talk shit about you think you do. Look at your peasant ass blocks. Blah, 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 blah. Like I'll talk shit. Be like, why you out here built like the backyardigans? Come on, man. Like I don't care. So I make any game competitive to the point
Nice.
where my actual Xbox has Monopoly on it. So like, man, I'd be talking shit about Monopoly.
Oh my god.
I'll lose, but hey, I'll talk shit on my way down.
that's how you ruin friendships, is playing Monopoly.
Hey, but I'm okay with that because we all knew Smash, Mario Kart, stuff like that. Uno. I love it.
Oof, no.
It's definitely one of those games that I'm like, do you guys really want to play Monopoly?
We really want to lose. Like that's pretty how I am. I don't say. So do you really want to play? I'd be like, how bad do you want to lose today? That's how I
Yeah.
act.
Cool.
All right.
What do you see yourself doing in the upcoming few months? Like, do you have any plans for
My
where
biggest-
you want your stream to go?
My biggest plans is again like building the different characters. I want to be able to build the 4 gods that I want to build. Hands down is Seth, Osiris. I already have Ra and Horus. Each one of them have their own little personalities that are completely different than the other. And I want to bring out a lore. So every stream, even though we're playing the game, you get a little story out of it too, something like that.
Yeah.
I want to actually bring that into things because I already have a few ideas because I already know the Book of the Dead. So I'm going to be full blown just integrating all that in there. So like one day you'll get a stream with Horus. I'm playing a single player game and I'll just be talking. And you'll end up me talking about how I hate Seth, how Seth is blah blah blah. But then you get a stream with Seth, and you'll get his personality things. You'll get his side of the story. You'll get his side of the and you hear how he's talking about shit about Horus. You'll get Osiris, who's just doing his day-to-day things, weighing souls and stuff like that. Like this stuff are things that I'm planning on doing. It just takes time. And VTubing, oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely a balance that you're gonna have to figure out.
Yeah, it's really female based. Like you can't. Every software that I've used so far when it comes to VTubing has been really into really women's side, like the poses, the clothes, the makeup, the hair.
Yeah.
It was like the only male hair I was able to find. I was like, I might as well just go bald with these characters.
What was it?
I think-
I know a lot of the programs. I feel like that's like the default hair for a lot of like the males. I've
Yeah.
worked with a couple of like VTuber softwares, and yeah, that seems like the one that like, if you look at all ones who are starting, or new to it, like that's like the standard haircut I see a lot of the time.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like unless you actually have the one where you're drawing in the styles, you're not gonna get a good time out of it. You're gonna really be mad. You're gonna be sitting there like, man, I don't like this. Wait, it's going on with
Oh.
this.
Peter,
I
you
kind of
mentioned.
thought about.
There we
yeah,
go.
what-
Oh, sorry. Oh, I was gonna mention. No, you want to talk about VTubing, Ken?
Oh yeah. Well, I was just gonna mention that I thought about making one. I don't know if I'd ever use it, but I think it'd be cool just to understand how the program works. So I can further understand how the whole VTuber thing works.
One
More
thing
of
I
a
could definitely
connection thing.
One thing I could definitely say is when you're VTubing, it makes it really easy. Let's say in the future I blow up, and I'm like, oh snap, I got a following. It's really easy to merchandise.
Oh yeah.
One, the avatar to the eye of Rod and the different things that they have that are just free to market since they're just religion. So I could technically just throw this eye into things and just have my name on the bottom, and it's fine because it's just a religion. There's no way to trademark it.
Huh.
Yeah.
So I would never run into copy right claims or anything like that because nobody can hold claim over the eye or Ra. It's
Yeah.
just a religion. I can't trademark it either. But the
Yeah.
thing is, it's perfectly fine because I'll be able to put my avatar on there or certain things that my avatar would do, certain things that we say in the streams, and I could trademark that. And that's something
Nice.
that holds value to it. So it's really easy to merchandise. That's all I could think of.
Yeah, that is pretty cool. What were you gonna say, Roman?
Oh, is that you had some stuff you want to talk about earlier, or you were at a topic?
Oh yeah. So I was looking through like the little Google things that they like little pieces, I guess they say, but I saw one about I can't remember what her name is, but she's got her own talk show, and now she wants to move over to Spotify, but she wants the same payout as Joe Rogan got, the $100 million contract.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember her name.
I know that was a
I had
pretty
to
big move for Joe Rogan.
Something Williams.
Serena Williams.
The tennis player.
Yeah, no, she's got a talk show.
Is he black?
Is it Wendy Williams?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Wendy Williams?
Let me look it up.
So that's who that is. I know she's got a
I
talk
like that's
show.
the only person I can think of who has a talk show.
Yes, yep. Wendy Williams, yeah. She was talking about how she's got like $2 in her bank account. All her assets are frozen.
Did she say why or?
Well, no, I didn't read too much into it because the title of it was like crazy, but essentially there's like a huge controversy about it because she wants to like be brought on. No, like Joe Rogan had a huge following of his podcast. Then Spotify was like, "Here's $100 million, do it on our platform." She's like, "I want that same payout. I have no experience on my podcast, but we've had this talk show for this long." It's like, it's interesting to see how she wants to just jump on the platform like that with such a large, large amount of money with nothing to back it. You know, there's no following of her podcast.
Yeah, the only thing that shit could do is if they say, "Hey, look, we're not gonna call it a podcast, but we could do like a talk show, but like on Spotify, something like that." That's basically the same thing, but it's just they got to do it a different way.
Yeah, and she's like demanding that same amount of money.
I don't think many people like Wendy Williams. I know she had a controversy a while ago, but she's had them like throughout like her entire career, throughout her show and everything. So I don't know who's like busting down the door for like a Wendy Williams podcast. I don't know. She had there was some actress I remember who was pregnant, and she didn't want her to be revealed, and Wendy Williams essentially pushed her into it, and then the woman went on to have a miscarriage, and it was just a really big thing at the time. So she's gotten herself in like a lot of hot water, like constantly.
Yeah, because I just found the title. It's Wendy Williams left with just $2 in her bank account after bitter Will Smith feud demands Joe Rogan fee from Spotify.
Wait, what did she lose in? Wait, what was it?
What you said, Will Smith?
Yeah, so it says after bitter Will Smith feud. So I'm guessing she got in some kind of fight with Will Smith, and then it ended up in a legal matter. And then she must. A lot of her assets are frozen, and I know she was like begging the.
Come up with new ideas.
She's actively seeking $100 million deal to host her show. Joe Rogan became the first podcast host to sign such a deal with Spotify and has been reaping great benefits from it. A close aide of William has divulged her demands and stated what it would take for her to jump to the platform. But I don't know. I think it's weird.
So I've thought about this, and I've always wanted to kind of like, okay. So I think a big part of growth for a lot of people sometimes, it's literally just like the feel of like a down-to-earth person. So Joe Rogan, the way he composes himself, it's very like, you probably wouldn't look at him and be like, oh yeah, this guy's a multimillionaire, right? Because he composes himself very just a normal fucking guy. You know, he talks about this, talks about that. You know, he smokes weed. To everyone else, he's like a common man. It's the common man, right? I mean, reality, he's like a multimillionaire, right? He's got more money than most people will ever see in their rest of their lives. But it's just
probably fucking kill anybody he wanted to.
Yeah,
the man's jacked.
The man is huge. The man's a fucking. Yeah. But he just seems like if you watch him stuff, I've watched like a bit of his stuff, and he just seems like this real relaxed, calm, you know, cool guy. You know, I don't know. I think with TV personalities, like there's like a perception of it, like they're so far away. A lot of people perceive them as like, oh, dude, they're these untouchable figures, and she's from
Mhm.
traditional media. I mean, Joe Rogan probably. I think he did some traditional media stuff too, but where his perception
Yeah,
is
he was
now.
on Survivor.
Yeah,
Or
he
not
does like
Survivor.
Fear
Fear
Factor.
Factor.
Yeah.
yeah. But like if you look at him now, he just seems like just another guy. Not like another guy, but
I mean,
just,
he's still a announcer, and I think he's also a commentator for like the UFC.
Yeah. Well,
And-
him and Dana White were, I think, some of the creators of the UFC.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and then you still got the aspect of he still does comedy shows and stuff like that.
Yeah.
'Cause he's still a comedian, so there's still that. But he's true to who he is, like who he
Yeah.
is,
Yeah.
legit who he is.
I was gonna say I do know what you're talking about because it doesn't matter like what his views are. He is pretty respectful and like a calm demeanor of how he handles his podcast.
I
Like he
think
will get into some weird topics and he'll kind of go off on his side of things, but he won't kind of shut somebody down. From what I've seen,
Yeah,
he
he's like
gets
the
some really cool guests on the podcast too.
yeah.
That's true.
I think, like if you watch a lot of podcasts, a lot of it's just the people being like, I mean, maybe in some cases there's like higher profile people who are doing like but they have big followings. With Wendy Williams, she's a celebrity. I won't take that from her, but like, I don't know, she's like a TV celebrity, and I mean,
Yeah.
no one's really busting down doors for the Wendy Williams podcast. No one's getting Spotify to listen to Wendy Williams. Maybe like a handful of people, but it's not
Right. And without knowing what kind of traction she'd get on her podcast, it's like, why would you just put all your faith into that? That's a lot. I'm sure Spotify has more than enough money to throw at it, but like, why would you want to take that risk with no
Yeah,
like stats?
Yeah.
the risk is too high for the reward.
Yeah.
If there is, maybe the podcast
Right.
ends up going, stupid viral, but I don't know. It's
I mean, there's a lot shittier talk shows and podcasts that I'm sure get the traction they don't deserve, but the view. What?
oh,
But yeah,
Oh,
that
no.
one was wild.
I mean, I just hate talk shows.
Yeah, they're not great.
Like the more I
Yeah,
think
I
about
like-
it,
They're, I always like shit on Conan back in the day, but the more I like watch Conan, I feel like he was one of the only good like talk show hosts. Because I really do not care for Jimmy Kimmel at all. Because he seems like a dick. He kind of has that like my dad got me into the industry energy, and that's what happened. But I don't feel like any of them are like genuine. Like Jimmy
Mhm.
Fallon's just all hyped up, and he's doing it for the camera. He seems like a genuine guy, but it's I don't know, he's a little too extra. But I feel like podcasts you need, maybe not need, but it's definitely not as like it's a whole different space.
yeah, I don't know. A lot of talk shows, especially a lot of the ones that are daytime television ones, I feel like there's like this, like, oh, what is this celebrity take on it? But with the podcast, I think it very much benefits being like almost feeling very down to earth, even if you aren't, like, even if you're a multimillionaire, but feeling like, oh, this is a calm, cool person I can talk to. I think it's a big bonus, and I think a lot of traditional celebrities, I think maybe thinking, oh shit, maybe this isn't doing so well. Trying to pop. And of course, in Wendy Williams' case, it's probably just a money thing. She's just like, fuck, I want to deal like that, But I don't know.
Well, and
Cool.
especially if you're
Is it-
used to being a millionaire and you have $2 in your bank account. I mean, of course, you're going to be reaching for the top.
I'm gonna be honest. I feel pretty good right now. I know I'm richer than Wendy Williams now, so I'm on a kind of a high right now, guys. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, I'm over here like, dang, I have like 10 times what you got.
Yeah.
Like,
damn, Wendy, I got a few hundred in the bank right now. What
Like,
you
Jesus,
doing with
what
your
you
money?
doing?
Damn.
Go get a job. There's a Starbucks right there. Like,
Pull
Well.
yourself up by your bootstraps, Wendy.
I don't.
oh my
Fucking
god.
Get them.
There's-
I don't know. I don't like these people, like celebrities and stuff like that, or like these. I don't know. Daytime television's all right in the sense of it's like a game show maybe, but like talk shows, like I don't know, dude. This isn't.
I feel like
The-
most of it's just like, because talk shows, when you actually watch them, are like 3 minutes of actually them about what the movie's about, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then after the 3 minutes, like there's a huge commercial. Then there's them doing games. That's legit. And then they welcome the next guest. And the next guest does the same thing. And they do that up to like 30 minutes to an hour. So I feel like talk shows are really just a publicity stunt for more of the person that's doing it, obviously, because you're trying to get what you're doing out there. But it's not like the hot ones. You know how like they eating spicy wings, and you get that little element of them being a real person because you're seeing them get that spiciness in there, and then at the end they plug what they're doing. It's not like that. It's
Yeah.
just basically just they're just answering a few questions, and then they just play a game with the host, and that's it.
Yeah, and I mean that's the entertainment value that those kind of shows bring, but I don't know. It's just, I mean that's the place for it. You know, I don't know if you can like put that into a podcast form.
This is my first time with this background because this background's legit called podcast. So like
Nice.
I'm leaning into the microphone right now.
Yeah, we always
Yeah,
lean
I
into
do
the mic
that.
when we're talking. Yep.
You have to lean into the mic when you're talking on podcasts. I heard that in Joe Rogan show.
Oh, bro, you watch the Joe
Um,
Rogan experience?
Yeah, the experience. The other one I saw was Sam Raimi, and how he was talking about how he won't direct a Tom Holland Spider-Man movie. And the weird thing about the headline was Tobey Maguire would break my neck. That's why. But I don't know. I think it's just weird.
I mean, he's probably he's obviously joking. Well, I
Yeah.
don't know, maybe. I don't think I'd want to see another like Sam Raimi direct. I mean, I like.
don't know. I think
Have you guys seen the new Doctor Strange movie?
no, but
No.
I heard there's a petition to push it to being rated R.
Yeah.
Because it's, like, from what I heard, is graphic enough to where people were sitting there like, "This is PG-13." That's all I
Yeah.
heard. Though.
There's
I hear people react to it like that.
no, there's a lot of stuff in there that really pushes like the PG-13 rating. I
Yeah.
don't want to spoil too much, but if you watch a bunch of Sam Raimi movies like in a row and you go watch that, a lot of his stuff that he's directed kind of like feels very in line with it. And I'm very curious, like if they get him, like I don't know, I like unique directors on projects. It's what happened with Guardians of the Galaxy, and that one turned out well.
Yeah.
And the sequel.
Huge.
Yeah, I mean it wasn't
Yeah.
because they got like a director who's got like a very strong style to it, and they just let him do it his thing, and it was a big hit. And same with this one, everyone's talking about it, and everyone's like, oh shit. And I think that's when Marvel movies do it their best, when they have like a unique director.
Yeah. But to me, without seeing this movie and just hearing about not the backlash, but the push for like the rated R, I think Sam Raimi is what could save the MCU, because I feel like it's too Disney oriented, and I think you lose grasp with, you know, what actually is happening. And it's all like, I get the need for like really cutesy superhero movies that are over the top and cheesy, and it's just, you know, but I like that dark side of superhero movies.
Yeah,
That's
what
why like the new Batman movie was incredible, just because it wasn't like, oh look, it's Batman, he's saving us. Everyone's like, no, fuck Batman, but he's out here just doing his own thing. Like, it doesn't portray him as a hero, it portrays like both sides of what he's doing. And then of course you get that with like Marvel, where they're like, you destroyed the city, and they're like, yeah, but we're superheroes and we saved the town. It's like,
Yeah, and that's something that I think, like the only time they ever came back to that is like Spider-Man. I think it was the second version. Oh no, that's just Spider-Man when he's his first IP, his own thing with Tom Holland, and that's when Vulture started to, I need to fix the projects, and oh, we got fired by Tony Stark, even though like that type of element of things, like he created a bad guy.
yeah.
Iron Man continuously creates bad guys, so that's realistic because like some type of those stuff is traumatic. So you're creating bad guys in situations, but like I feel like they need to just chill a little bit with that because they are Disneyfied, you know. But the actual
Yeah.
comics are more depressing. The actual comments behind the
Yeah.
characters are
They're
they
not
got drama.
cutesy.
I think
Like I think the Moon Knight was one of the big things there. Like that's big change on their TV series that they've been doing as well.
I think Disney would really they'd benefit. I'm not saying they would do this. I think someone's probably said this prior to me saying it. I think they would benefit from having like a series of films that are like the PG-13, like, oh, we're gonna go on a cool adventure, you know, kind of like stuff like that, and then branching off, kind of what DC does, where like they have like their main series of DC movies. That's like
Yeah.
Aquaman, you know, your Wonder Woman, you know, whatever, and then having a subset that are like completely separate from those, that are their own things. They bring in the directors that want to do whatever they want, and they say, here's the money, you know, do whatever the fuck you want. And they get like
Yeah.
a character or a couple of characters, and they can kind of just go hog wild with it, you know, do an R rating, you know, kill off, you know, just do something separate to have like a separate, like, I don't know, like you're expanding it essentially, giving.
They definitely need to like buy out a different, not buy out, but maybe create a new where it's Disney's name, but it's not Disney's name, and then you can get that rated R feel, more of an adult side of Marvel movies rather than, because like you said, we've seen there's definitely a market for more children-oriented superhero movies. They love it. We did when we were kids, but now we're grown up, and we want to see that, but more of our style. That's what I want to see.
I don't think so. Characters like Spider-Man, I think, could probably just keep them in like, because he's so popular. I don't think an R-rated Spider-Man movie would ever happen. Just very
And I
recently.
don't think you need one. I think Spider-Man being a child himself is fine with that aspect.
But I
I
think you
some
could.
of the more adults.
There's so many characters. What was it? I know they. It's not a spoiler. If I talk about something in Spider-Man, it's been 5 months, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
I
yeah,
could
like,
talk about that.
I think it was on Disney
Yeah.
Plus, so you're fine.
It's fine.
Spoiler
Yeah.
alert.
Spoiler alert for the Spider-Man movie. So they had
if you
like
haven't seen No Way Home, cut it out for a few minutes.
yeah. So like Daredevil shows up, and I remember that's what the idea was, like a lot of the Netflix shows was it's the Marvel universe, but it's rated R, and it was like like its own thing. Of course, that ended, and I don't think Disney's really going to do much about that. They'll maybe put those on. I think they're going to be moved to the Disney Plus streaming service, but I don't know if they're going to continue it. And I really hope they do. But with stuff like Moon Knight, who I know is more violent, I've watched a bit of the show. Is it R?
No, it's PG-13.
Is it
Believe it or not, it's like it's even though there's a lot of killing and violence involved in it. There's like you don't really see that much blood, and all the blood that you see is just like through a shirt.
TV-14. Okay, so
Yeah.
so still like right above PG-13. I mean, there's not like a huge difference between those two, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
But I think like them pushing that, like having a TV MA stuff on like Disney Plus or movies, it's like that would be fine. Like giving us a separate set of things. It's more than they usually do. I don't know. I think bringing in unique directors, giving them unique concepts. You do multiverse stuff too. You know what? It's been introduced. Fuck it. You could do a whole multiverse with another cast of characters that are the same heroes. Kill them off. Who cares? It's a multiverse movie.
Yeah.
Make it violent. I
I
don't
like-
give a shit.
Yeah. I like the idea of the multiverse just because it allows these heroes and villains that you would never, like, from the comic books that you would never see in their own movies to be able to come in.
Hmm.
Like, I don't know, there's just so many different like superhero comics that they're not the mainstream ones, so you'd never see them. So like even because I know they were talking about, like, Sony was talking about not doing a new Spider-Man movie with Amazing Spider-Man, but there's so many villains that he fought that you don't get the chance to see. So it'd be cool to like enter that multiverse and introduce those like villains. I think the villain side of things I think there's a lot more villains that should see some spotlight.
Oh, of course.
Like, it would have been cool to see Rhino again, and not the 4-second like mech suit one that we saw at the end of what was that, Amazing Spider-Man 2?
Yeah. What was
Would
it?
have been cool to see him.
My biggest complaint for comic book movies, and it's really just movies in general, is it's hard to keep those actors around because they'll get older, contracts run out. In a comic, that's never going to be an issue, unless you sell the character off. You always have Captain America or Iron Man, even if it's 20 years later. They're never going to be like, oh, they have to retire these characters. No. But with movies, you have the actor for whatever their contract is. Maybe they renew it for like one more movie, but once they're done, they're gone. The character's used up. Unless you're going to multiverse, and that's an issue that can be solved there. Multiverse and recast them. Have them for a few movies. If they die, whatever. It's multiverse. Who cares? I think them playing with it in this one was really cool. But if they want to keep doing that, and then it would work out just fine.
I think they're planning to keep Toby and Andrew in the MCU. Like, I don't think we'll see another movie from either of them. They may make cameos, and I think that might be the biggest thing now with the multiverses. You're going to see a bunch of cameos, but I don't think we're going to see any. Like you said, they're old now. Toby's not going to be able to do what he did 20 years ago, but it's still nice to see him.
it's nice to see them because the thing is, I mean, he's still probably doing some of the stunts. I don't think he's like, but he's older. He's what,
Yeah.
40 now or something like that, probably.
Yeah.
he did,
So
he
you
did
can't.
most of the stunts on like the last one that he was in, Far From Home, right?
Did he?
Yeah. Did he?
He did. He wasn't in there for a lot, so he
No.
wasn't out here shooting the whole movie, but
Right.
he did most.
I mean, yeah, but
He
the
just
thing is-
didn't do most of the clips.
yeah, but the thing is, like, it's just people get older, and that's just the reality of it all. It's like you can't
Right.
keep a character forever, and eventually they'll have to retire, or they'll go the route of like Iron Man or Captain America, where they get old, or they're killed off, and then that's fine. But it feels weird. I'm just turning a big Marvel rant actually, because
Yeah.
it right now doesn't feel like they really know what's going on right now, and it feels like their biggest anchor is Spider-Man and Doctor Strange right now. Like that's just what it
Yeah.
feels like. The Immortals didn't. What was it? The Immortals? No, fuck.
Yeah.
It's
Eternals.
It was-
the Eternals.
yeah.
Eternals
Yeah.
borderline just flopped. I don't hear anyone talking about the Immortals.
Eternals.
Scarlet Witch is dead, so no one cares.
I don't like where Marvel's going right now, where you have to watch an entire TV series to know what's going on in the next movie.
Yeah, a lot
I
of
think
people don't like
I
that.
think it's interesting, but at the same time, like, not. I know for myself, I don't have enough time to keep up with that. My biggest worry about watching the new Doctor Strange movie is not have seen WandaVision or any of that, because I honestly just don't have the desire to.
Mhm.
Would I go back through and watch all the movies up until Endgame? Yes. Because those are just movies. I can sit down and watch one or two a day and then get the feel for them. But to there's like Breaking Bad, if you bring up Breaking Bad references, chances are I'm going to have forgotten it because I've seen so much after that. And it's gone, like, those series go on for years and you kind of forget. I know for myself, I forget what happened. So for me to have to watch an entire series to catch up for a movie, it's a lot of work.
It can be a lot, and then I don't know. It helps flush it out. So for certain characters, they get a bit more screen time and stuff. But I don't know. A lot of the times it's just like, oh fuck, I'm lucky I got in early, but WandaVision came out I think maybe close to a year ago. I think.
Yeah.
I don't remember how long it's been since WandaVision. I can actually, but I don't know. It's definitely weird to be like, yeah, you gotta watch all this. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff that happens, and it's just some shows lead into other shows. I think without spoiling too much, I think the Loki show kind of led into the What If. If you guys know what that
Mhm.
is.
I know
Yeah.
what it is. I've never seen it. I've never seen any of the TV shows.
I never seen any of the what ifs.
Yeah,
I mean, I was just like, blah.
To me,
WandaVision
it's an interesting concept.
WandaVision came out in January 15th, 2021.
Yeah. That's crazy.
So last year.
So yeah, almost
Whole,
a full year. Yeah.
yeah, a whole year with no desire to watch it.
You're not missing much.
No,
It was okay.
everyone loves it though. Yeah.
Nah, I'm one of those people who will sit there and say, you got to give it about 5 episodes, and it has 6. So
Yeah.
if a TV series is like that, the TV series sucks. It's one of those things where
Yeah.
if I don't like an anime, if I have to watch 2 seasons to like an anime, then the anime sucks. It's not one of those things where I'm gonna sit there and be like, oh yeah, but you got to give it to the 3rd season, you'll love it. Why did you?
Yeah. I
I
was
look-
gonna say, yeah, you really don't like the pilot. Of course, can be hard to watch because it's something new. So I think like 2 or 3 episodes, you should have a pretty good understanding of whether you're gonna like it or not.
Yeah,
I think was it DSG says WandaVision, Loki, Moon Knight. I honestly think skip Falcon and Winter Soldier. That shit is boring. I had to power binge it like over like a day or so. I don't remember. I don't care about it. Yeah, like it was like
Yeah.
I think filmed during COVID, and you can kind of tell because some of it's a little dodgy. I don't know. That one was rough. WandaVision's all right, but maybe just 2 times speed. Maybe just watch a YouTube video that like recaps it real fast. Loki was all right. I'll be honest. Loki was kind of cool. Moon Knight I haven't finished, and then go watch What If. What If was interesting.
Is it actually like? Is What If more like a documentary series?
Not
Yeah.
real. Kind
Sit
of.
there
It's
and
like-
talk about it.
No.
Or is
They'll
it
like,
actually a show?
it's like a show. So look at like an introduction of what it is, and then like it'll gonna go into it and watch the events unfold.
Yeah. Okay.
There's like a few
'Cause
bits.
I wouldn't even mind like a what if movie where like something happened to Iron Man and he was the bad guy. Like I kind of like that aspect of it.
So there's a what if I'm talking a lot about Marvel. So there's a one episode. It's a zombie episode, and I really was super excited for this. I saw this in the trailers, really excited for it, and it's super short. And I'm like, damn, they could have made this like a long, like extended episode, or done like a what if movie or something, like really expand on it and give more time to the concept and kind of see what the world is like. It's just a lot of interesting stuff, and I don't know. I really want Marvel to do like a lot of like out of universe stuff, because I feel like that would really benefit them.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Those are pretty much the only topics I found.
Trying to think of anything happened recently. I feel like something's happened that I'm just completely forgetting right now.
Talk about the hate that I got in Dead by Daylight the other day.
Oh, yeah.
When I was playing Piggy, and I asked somebody in chat who was new. I met them the day before, and I said, "Who should I play?" And they're like, "I'll play Piggy." And I was like, "All right." And then as I'm loading up in the game, I'm like, "Do I be nice or do I actually play for real and try to get kills?" And he's like, "Oh, I'll be nice." So I go in and I crouch and I'm like snorting, trying to get people to do the boop the snoot thing or whatever. And after a while, there's two guys, and they're like flashlight clicking me, and I'm like, okay, finally, they're catching on. One DCs, and then I walk up to the other one because I was like, okay. Then the other one's standing still, and then I'm like just trying to get him to like know that I'm trying to play for real. Then he DCs, and I'm like, okay. So I just keep playing the game. The other two weren't really catching on that I was trying to let them out or whatever. So I think I ended up killing one, and then the last one had the helmet on her, and I was trying to get her out. Mm-hmm. But they came back in my chat, and they were like, just play the game for real, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay. I was just trying to be nice. And he's like, I'm sick of running into people like you, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, dude, I haven't played against like a nice killer in probably a week. Like it's not that common.
And then the bad part about it is they were going to lose if you played it for real, because if they couldn't handle you playing fake, they couldn't definitely handle you actually playing the game. Right.
And I was like, would you have rather played against somebody who just tunnels and face camps? And they're like, yeah, at least it's playing the game, blah, blah. And I'm like, all right. Then they start like bringing up my viewers and stuff, and I'm like, dude, I don't even like.
Oh yeah, you told me about this.
Yeah, I was like 270 whatever followers is not something to brag about. I mean, I'm definitely happy where I'm at, but it's not like I wouldn't consider myself a big streamer. So I'm not. And he's like, well, you got 8 viewers. He's like, oh, I bet they're all family members, and I'm like, it's like what the fuck. So I got to 11. I was like, damn, I must have a lot of family members if I got 11 people here.
I must live in Alabama.
Yeah.
Oh no.
But I was like, Jesus Christ. I was like, whatever, dude. Finish the gens and then go on. Like, why do you gotta be so mad about it?
Go on.
It works both ways, because technically, as a survivor, doing your job and just playing the game is how you get out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just do the gens. If you were sitting there complaining about you booping the snoop and stuff like that, just do the gens. You're gonna do
exactly.
You would have escaped if you would have just
right.
did the gens.
And he's like, "Oh, we would have stomped over you if you actually played for real." And I'm like, "I doubt it, dude."
Because you couldn't handle
that. I've definitely had games where we run into like nice survivors, and I'm like, "Okay, like I just want to play the game, whatever." But I'm not gonna like get so salty about it where I go and like trash them. I was like, "That's so bizarre."
Yeah, I get those all the time.
I was talking.
I get those all the time.
Oh,
people take games way too goddamn serious. Like honestly. People who get like upset at either you're not winning, and they get upset at you, or like they're like you're fucking bad at the game. I'm like, why did you go out of the way to tell me that? Like, what did that bring to you? What did that do for you? Like, what?
Yeah.
What? Like, why did you like? Are you better now that you told me that I suck? Like, what?
That's the equivalent of like people at work when they go, "Where is this? I've been looking for it," and I'm like, "Oh, it's over here," and they go, "Oh, you moved it on me." No, I did not. You didn't have to say that. You could have just came up and like, "Where's this?" I show you, and then you go on your merry way. Why do you have to add the little like jab comment at the end? That's super unnecessary.
So something I actually enjoy watching when it comes to DVD and that salt level of things, because they just have to throw that last comment in, and they have to do something. because it gives them some type of, I guess, serotonin. Is I like watching those salty survivor things where you actually sit there and see how salty they get, where they actually on their streaming and they're talking all this trash about you, and they're not talking trash about you as, man, look at this person can't use a flashlight or anything like that.
Yeah.
They're talking trash about you like you as an individual, your human being needs to go.
Yeah.
Like that's basically what they tend to use. Like if they feel like anything's wrong, their first go to is just, you gotta end it. You gotta go, and that's basically it. And
Yeah.
it's like my favorite thing to watch because like you ever knew this person named Matthew Centaur? You ever watched any of his YouTube things where he was just yelling out fact videos?
I've
Yeah.
heard his name, and I think I've seen some of his stuff.
Yo.
Not enough to where I'm familiar with him.
He was a really big YouTuber who just did nothing but fact videos. He even came out with a book of just facts. And he recently's been into DBD, and he's been twitching, and he's a DBD streamer. For a good portion of it, he's a salty survivor. Well, he'll have people jump into your stream and be toxic.
Oh, man.
Exactly the people that I
He's
was
a hate
talking about.
raider.
Yeah, he's one of those people. And recently he had to talk in because he said something he shouldn't about the big C word, if you know what I'm saying, by wishing it on somebody who's already has it.
Oh, shit.
And so he was getting a hate train for that. And like
Call of
finally,
Duty. The
Call of
big
Duty.
C word.
The
Yep,
big
they
C
were
word.
already playing Call of Duty.
They're playing that COD. So so they had a hate train, and recently I'm only starting to see nice survivors. Only recently. I don't get to experience that. Even when I do play nice, I let them out. I'll walk around with a survivor on my shoulder, and while I'm walking around with this person, I'll go down your friends while I'm holding someone. I don't have that. They're just bad at the game. So I'll just walk around, boop, boop, and with the person that's on my shoulders, I'll go around babysitting them, basically. Like, you go on and escape because I let you escape. Other people will come to me and just say, why didn't you just play the game? I'll be like, why didn't you go out?
Yeah.
That's also a feature.
I think I'm fairly lucky. I'm not trying to brag or anything. I feel like I get fairly lucky in terms of online games because the amount of people I've had who are like absolute dickheads about everything are like fairly low.
Yeah.
I mean, occasionally I get
even...
I'll get someone harassing me like in game chat. So like for Valorant, I think you were there for that. Someone was like spamming me in chat. And I was kind of just ignoring it.
Yeah.
But for
they
the
did that
most,
to me too when they teabagged that one time. Yeah.
got him. But
Yeah.
I'm fairly DBD. I get fairly lucky. Every now and then I get like a really bad harasser who like comes in my chat and starts talking shit. But for the most part, I get fairly lucky and stuff like that.
Yeah. Up until those last guys that I was just talking about, when you guys were talking about getting like hate and shit, I was like, I never really experienced that until those guys. Like I've had a few people come in and get salty, but I've usually been able to like talk them down. But those guys were just relentless and they were not giving up whatsoever.
Something I realized is when I play a survivor, I run into less toxicness than I do as a killer. And the really big thing is, it's kind of hard to be toxic to the person you're supposed to work with. Let's say if I have BT and I take you off a hook and I take a hit for you, and you got BT, you're not going to send a hate message to that person who just protected you twice, just so you can get away. But it's going to be something to where I already know I have one gen left, 4 people alive. I have to tunnel this person just to get a kill, or like put some pressure on them. I'm gonna get a hate message somehow saying, "Hey, look, you're bad at the game because you had a tunnel for that kill." Yeah, it's called a tactic. It worked.
Oh fuck! Sorry.
It's funny too because no, I was just gonna say you don't see a lot of killers like bragging about how well they did.
Yeah.
Like I don't think I've ever played against a killer who's like, "Well, you guys are absolute dog shit. I stomped over all of you and got a 4K." And probably some of that comes with like the serotonin you get when you win the game, but like, I don't know, it's weird.
What was it? I know this is completely random, but I had a game where I just lost, and I was like, "Oh fuck, I lost." Whatevs. Yeah, I know. And I got one person on hook at the end game already, so they got off hooked. I think they hit like BT or whatever. So I'm like, "Oh fuck, whatevs." They get out, and I'm like, "All right, whatevs, GG's." And they're like, "Nice tunnel at the end there." I'm like, "What did you want me to fucking do? No one else was injured."
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, and they didn't say anything else. I was like,
Legit, what I tell them is, for those survivors who love to circle around and try to loop around the actual hook, they'll always say, "Why was you proxying? Like, where else am I gonna go? You're my next objective."
You're like, oh yeah, never mind. Let me just run away so you can pull him off the hook.
Yeah, like you're my next objective. You're in my face. You choose to stand in front of your friend. What am I gonna do?
Yeah,
Like, do I have to go to this corner, count to 10, and come back? Is that what?
Yeah.
Like, but that's like a big thing where a lot of survivors will sit there and say, "Oh, no edge cheat." A lot of killers will say, "Well, dead hearts cheat." Stuff like that. It's just it's a game.
I don't know when I'm killer and someone uses BT, I'm like, oh damn, good BT. Like I rarely do it. Like unless I'm getting really frustrated with like a lever.
It's
Rarely
a good
am I like, oh wow, yeah, you would have BT. I'm just
Yeah.
like, oh damn, yeah, that was huge because I was about to
No.
beat your ass.
So like that's the toxic side of the killers. You'll hear that. So they'll be like, "Oh, of course you use dead hard. Oh, you dead harding you here." Like, you'll see
Yeah.
that. Like I would, when I get the toxic side of things. Whenever I play or whenever I stream, I tend to follow this episode of drama. Let's find out what happens here. That's basically what happens. So I always run into those. Even when I play Survivors with friends, I'll run into those people where my friend will get the great job, and I'll get the
Yeah.
you suck. I'm like, why? Why?
Oh.
I'm the one who escaped. How do I?
Yeah. No, it's literally like the bottom fragger mentality in Val is usually when people are doing. You can tell when people are upset with how they performed because of how salty they are at the end of the game. That's
They'll take
really
it on
what is.
random people too. Bottom.
Yeah.
I always say bottom. Frag, they'll never go for the person who's top fragging. They'll go for the person like the middle or something. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, like you'll have like a slight positive KD in the middle of the leaderboard, and then you'll like fuck up one round. And they'll be like, "Wow, dude, nice clutch" or something. It's like, dude, you're sitting at the bottom, and I wouldn't have ever said anything about you being on the bottom had you not started talking shit.
Yeah, and the worst thing is it's always the fucking person on the opposite team. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
Well, I mean, we have one guy on our team who's bottom fragging talking shit, but usually we're like, dude, chill. Like, you're not doing so hot yourself either. Like, why do you gotta be an asshole?
Yeah, I always run into that because my guns of choice are Odin's and Ares.
Oh my
'Cause I'm
fucking god! Never, I'm gonna be that way to you too now.
I am a running gutter mentality, so like I want to just not aim, just run into your face and go, "Brah, you're dead. Brah, you're dead." I don't like people who just sit there and snipe because like 9 times out of 10 that person cannot shoot. So they're just sitting there with a sniper looking down in this corner waiting for something to move, and then when someone does pop out, they shoot and they miss. So I just like, man, just die. It's okay. You're 4v1 right now in this situation. It's okay. You did a good job.
I mean, honestly, if you survive for like a minute or two when you're 4v1 or 1v4'd, I mean, I was like, damn, dude, you didn't get like absolutely stomped.
Yeah. If you kill at least one of them, I'd be like, hey, yo, he's about to clutch.
Yeah. I've had it where it's 1v4s and I'll get 3 kills and the last guy will get me in.
Yeah, I've done that. And I'm sitting here like, ooh, it was close. And then you sit there, you have someone you always got a backseat gamer on you. Like, I always, when I have an Odin, they're like, oh, how are you using an Odin? I'm sitting here like, because it works, it kills them.
Yeah. Well, you're like,
what's the issue here?
There's not, it's not a full benefit of using this gun. There's downsides to every gun.
Yeah.
So why, like, I know why. I know reasons why I shouldn't use this gun, but then there's other reasons why I like to use the gun. So
yeah, it's like, this is my main. Leave me alone.
Yeah.
Like some people have the striker that they like, or the vandal. Like I don't sit there and say, why are you using the vandal? No,
we
like,
we
hey.
played against. Yeah, I was gonna say we played against somebody who was using the auto shotty the whole time, and someone's
The judge.
Yeah, the judge. Yeah, and someone's like, "Oh, fuck you!" Whatever. I'm like, "Dude, he's getting kills every round."
Yeah, he was
One or
like
two
top
kills.
fragging on their team, or it was like
Yeah.
second place, and they kept talking shit
Yeah.
the entire time.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh
Like,
my-
I don't like when people play like that. Those are the people who you take the game too serious. Like they have to play
Yeah.
it your way or it's no way. And it's like that's not how the game's played.
What was
No.
it? Fucking. Oh my god. Oh! Random story. This isn't even related to Valorant. So, in the Halo TV show, it's confirmed that Master Chief had sex.
Nice. He's not a Sigma anymore.
Isn't he supposed to be like sterile and not want sex in any form of
No,
way?
no. In the video games, the suit actually jerks him off, and he goes, he talks to Cortana, and she like jerks him off in the suit.
Oh, wait.
He goes, Cortana, I'm bricked up right now.
Oh yeah.
He goes, "My
That's
Halo
it.
ring is firing." It's in the fourth game. I was talking to some friends yesterday. It's in the fourth game near the end. If you beat the game on hard mode, the
On
interaction
hard
happens.
mode?
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
Not the only thing hard, Cortana.
Cortana, I beat the game on hard mode. Time to activate.
Cortana, I'm playing on bricked up mode.
But no, it's in the fourth game. You guys should go play it. Double check.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll play for the plot. That's
Don't play
wild.
for the plot, you play for the plot. That's what's up.
Oh, always. Yeah.
Lies. The lies you tell.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember that episode of SpongeBob in like episode 3? He goes, "Ah, Mr. Krabs, I'm bricked up right now." It's fucking wild, dude. I'm so shocked.
SpongeBob, I can see your.
Okay there, buddy.
Halo reach around.
Get off track.
Oh fuck!
SpongeBob, did you hear that crabs have the best grip?
I got those grippers.
I just tilted my head in real life. That was just happening.
Oh.
Maybe actually sit there and tilt my head. Okay.
I gotta go back and watch episode 3.
Mr.
Mr. Krabs, I'm so bricked up right now.
Krabs, I try.
Hey, stupid.
Huh? Finish it. What
Oh,
does
wait,
what does
fuck.
Dracula say?
He was gonna say something about toes.
Raymond, what does
I can't-
Dracula say?
Shut the fuck up! I was so upset. I was so fucking. Cause I was making some jokes about Dracula sucking cock, and I said this to Pizza Rat, and he didn't laugh, so I was gonna repeat it. The second I repeat it, the fucking millisecond I repeat it, I get rated, and there's like 20 people, and I get really embarrassed. And I'm like,
Everyone's like,
just-
what did Dracula say? And I was like, come on, Rowan, tell the people.
and I was sitting there so awkward. It was the most awkward experience. I felt like I pull some numbers sometimes when I'm streaming, but I've never been so like aware of it. I always turn my view counter off, so I don't know how many people are watching at any time. But I knew that there were a decent amount of people there who were just hearing me say the stupidest shit. So in front of a crowd of people, I go, "I want to suck your dick." Loud.
I want to suck your cock.
Oh, it was cock. It was cocked. It's true. Oh my fucking god! I was like,
I love it. I love to see it.
it's like, guys, it was a joke, and no one was here, and now you're all here. Also, I had a blight game where someone was clearly hacking.
Oh my god, that was
Oh
so
my
annoying.
Fuck, that was hilarious. We had a blight game. We were like, hey, where's the fucking fourth survivor? Because we loaded in, and I thought they disconnected, and then we were gonna disconnect right after. But there was only 3 icons, like we're in custom. So I'm like, that's weird. So I'm like, oh, it's a blight, okay. And then I hear someone go down, and it's a slash. But I'm like, that's not the blight sound. It's Legion. And then I realized, oh, there's 2 killers. The blight knocks me down, immediately picks me up, and then flies me around the map.
Yeah. While Jess and I just get hooked by the frickin' Legion. Get to have no fun.
Yeah, I got fun in the map. I was like having the best time of my life.
Yeah, he was flying around, and then the Legion was like... I thought the Legion was cool to begin with, because he walked up to a pallet, I pallet slammed right in front of him, and then he kind of just stood there. So then I like pointed at him, and then he broke the pallet, and I was like, oh, he's cool. And then he downs me, and I'm like, okay. And then he throws me up on a hook, and Roman's like, oh my god, I'm flying! And I'm like, well, this is bullshit, because nobody can pull me off, because then the Legion goes and finds Jess. I'm like, Jess and I are just like, well, this isn't fun. And Roman's like, oh, I'm so high up in the sky.
I was having
I
such
can
a.
touch the moon.
He was literally flying around there. He like ran me through the exit gate, dropped me on the ground, and I was kind of scared to crawl out. I was like, if I crawl out, the game's gonna think I'm a cheater.
That was wild. I just wish we got to have more fun with it.
As a killer in that situation, you get to see like they spawn both the killers together, so he knew that there was a hacker there. Like you
Oh.
get spawned right next to each other, like side to side.
Yeah, I think that's why he was so slow in the beginning, because he was kind of confused.
Yeah. Oh,
I hate to see it.
it was pretty
Sat
fun.
here and said, "I believe I can fly."
But, I mean, that was kind of the DVD experience. I'm trying to think there's anything else that happened. Maybe just me playing Valorant or buying Valorant stuff. I bought a Valorant skin on Thursday.
I saw your tweet.
Oh, I bought it's the Oni skin for the Phantom. It looks so good. That's max upgrade and everything.
Nice.
I haven't bought a skin yet in that game.
I don't think I will.
The one skin that makes me sit there and say I might want to buy this is the dragon one. I think it's
the Dragon Phantom skin.
Yeah, that's
That's
actually
the
yeah.
only one I'd buy. That's the only one.
because it's so cool where the dragon just takes,
Yeah.
and then the way the gun sounds, like everything.
Yep.
It's just like it. That's the only one I could think there that I'd buy it, but everything else looks kind of boring.
There's some that I like for the effect, but there's some I'm like, $17 for like a pistol I don't use too much. Eh.
I like the people who buy like the knives. Like,
Bro, those knives are fucking expensive.
yeah, 'cause all they do is wave them around and shit. I'm trying to figure out how to get those effects when people die. You get the last kill.
Oh, okay,
I
yeah.
think it depends on the gun you use.
Yeah, certain gun skins, you have to buy the FX for them. And that costs, I think they're called V creds or whatever the fuck they're called, or Riot creds. So the ones that you buy guns with, different one. The one you buy those effects with, another currency that you earn. And they're like kind of expensive, I guess. You earn them through the battle pass. It's fucking weird. But you
That
have to,
sounds like a lot of money.
Yeah.
those ones are free. The ones to unlock guns skins are free, or unlock like a skin for a gun you own is free. Like you can just earn
pay
them by
for
playing.
skins, and then you play for effects.
Effects and then other alternatives to the skin. So if you have like a one single skin, it might have 3 other variants, and you can pay for those.
I just
Through
love that.
in-game currency.
I might buy the battle pass next time. It seems like this is a game that I'm playing a lot.
I bought the battle pass today also.
When does it end?
I'm just spending money.
40 something days, I think.
Oh, okay.
I might buy the battle pass then because it looks. No matter what, if you're playing a game like that and you're playing it often, the battle pass makes sense.
Yeah, I think to me, getting gun skins in CS:GO was a lot more gratifying because it was the gambler in me, where you had to open up a case and then you had like 10 different skins you could get with different rarities, and like that aspect it was more grabbing to me rather than just buying
The skin outright.
cosmetics. Yeah,
My guy's a gambler. I see.
yeah. Well, not out of that aspect. The only gambling I do was CS:GO cases and Pokemon cards. So at
You
least I
do
keep-
that now.
You still do that.
No, I mean like not the skins anymore because I don't play CS:GO. But yeah, still the Pokemon. That's the only form of gambling I do currently is Pokemon cards. But it's
I gamble. I play poker. I play roulette. I play blackjack.
See?
I
See?
gamble.
Man gambles a lot.
Yeah, I gamble, but I'm lucky. So like, there's a reason why I gamble.
Before the pandemic, I was going with my dad to play with his friends to play poker. I actually did pretty good.
Hey, that's what's up. I enjoy playing poker. Like, I actually have love for the game. My dad used to
Yeah.
play it, and he used to play online poker. He taught me how to play it, and ever since then, like, I download a poker game. It's like I have one from Steam, but the one I really love playing is the one for VR, because there's no joy in the world in picking up a chip as you raise and flicking it at
Yeah.
someone's forehead so they can see that. Like, you flick it at someone's face, it makes a sound and it scares them. You know what scares them? Because they jump like, like you can hear it. And you can
Yeah.
talk. Of course, you can talk and do all the other stuff inside there, but ain't no joy in the world in doing that. And then they have all the room in the world, unlike you. And so what they do is they stand up off the table and they walk over to you and they stand above you. That shit right there, woo, I love it. That's a different type of thrill right there.
Swing at me. What are you gonna do? Can I
What
hurt
you
my
gonna do?
YouTube? I actually, because I've been thinking about when I was at Walmart when I bought my Switch, they had an Oculus and they had a Switch, and I was like messaging all my friends and I'm like, which one do I get? And then I kind of figured I'd get more out of Switch, so I got that. But I would like to do that because I'd be down to play poker sometime for stream.
I don't know how to play
That's
poker,
how-
guys.
That's what I was thinking on my side. Like, I'm okay with doing like VR stuff. Like, VR chat is so
Yeah.
fun to me because they got like the Spider-Man room that I actually legit that you could swing around the fucking place with. One thing I know, there's little kids that just be walking around. They're like, Do you know how to use the web slingers? It's funny as hell when you sit there and go, no, teach
Teach me how to use.
teach me how to swing around. Do stupid stuff like that. Your boy, I'll hear people talking, and they'll talk like this, like us, just sitting there around next to each other. And what
Yeah.
I'll do is I'll sit and I'll crouch behind them,
Mhm.
and I'll wait for them for just a moment of silence, just to go, "Hello, friend." Just something stupid like that, as close as possible to their ear, so they can hear me behind them.
Jesus.
Because I love scaring people.
Yeah, I know VRChat doesn't have the hype it did a few years ago, but I think there is still room for content there, especially if you can find a group of people.
Really easy.
Yeah,
Just go off and just talk. Like I legit made a friend because I heard someone talking about. Oh, in my household we use Vix, and I was like, oh, you Spanish? You said.
Yeah.
whoa. We used Vix too. I just hated that shit. So I never,
Nah.
my mouth
No,
swears.
you
right
don't
now.
get it. You don't.
Yeah, you don't get it. You don't
What
get
was-
it. Like as we're doing this podcast, I have a jar of Vicks in my hand, and I've been slapped because I'm still sick. I'm literally sick, so I'm just gonna Vicks the fuck out.
That's fucking foul. That's just what the worst my
Are you
family would
rubbing
do.
it on your chest.
On my chest, my neck.
What
everywhere.
my family was fucking weird. I would get like a cold, and they would literally
Vix.
to like rub it on your feet, and they made people fucking wear socks.
All right, that's
Yeah.
weird.
That's
Like, I
hell
never-
on earth. That's
That's what I hear a lot of people
Hesitant.
tell me to do when you have a cough, and I always sit there like, what does my feet have to do with it? Like,
I
what
don't
does my feet
know.
have to do
I don't know what the fuck the
doesn't-
obsession. It's like the weirdest thing, and there's no. It's literally like
Oh.
pizza. I want you to dunk your feet in lotion and then put
Bro,
socks
man.
on. Shut
So
the fuck
this
up.
is where the
Shut the
feet
fuck.
thing
No,
starts.
no.
Your parents were probably out here using icy hot condoms too.
Look, childhood traumas. Like that's where it comes from. That's
It's
where his
not-
feet fetish is.
No. It's ridiculous.
You know, it's gonna be a running gag on your podcast. Your feet fetish. He's
Running
what's up?
gag on the podcast? What do you mean? It's just running gag in my life.
Apparently, apparently, putting it on your feet is only for like because it's one of those high heat areas. So it's all about the cooling sensation and like making you feel like temporarily.
That didn't help at all. It just made me feel uncomfortable when I was go sleeping.
Yeah.
It's literally like just having gooey feet and socks.
Oh no.
You think
I can
wet?
imagine.
You think
Where-
wet socks are bad?
Have you ever had like this is something that I don't relate to, but I know that they do. Have you ever had them rub a egg over your head?
Yeah.
I didn't have
for
that.
Wait.
They were they rubbed
One
it.
time-
But you know what I'm talking about, though, right?
I know what he's talking about. I know.
Yeah. So like, I never had that, but it's one of those superstitions things that they do where they rub the head on the egg on your head, and they do a prayer, and they're trying to like pray the demons out, like for even though you're sick and you're just normal sick, and they're over here trying to pray the demons out, and they crack the egg and some shit like that's the demon.
Oh, like the actual yolk and everything.
They're rubbing a hard egg over your head, yeah. So it's basically a
Oh, so
hard
but they
egg.
don't.
One sec.
Because one time I had a really bad sunburn, and my aunt put like egg yolk on my back because apparently
Yeah,
it's supposed to help. That shit. And then she's like, "Oh, I think it's the whites." I'm like, "Yeah, that didn't do anything but put egg all over my back. It was
So, yeah.
disgusting."
With this, you just take an eggshell and you just rub it on you. That's basically it. It's
Okay.
like literally you take an egg out of your kitchen.
I'm sorry, I just can't help the pants raise that he just did as he's walking away.
Someone clip it. Someone clip it.
that was beautiful. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think we had any like crazy like health remedies like drinking 7-Up when you were sick is probably I don't even know if that's relieving.
Like people
I mean,
drink
that's-
that like ginger ale, but technically ginger ale doesn't help with upset stomachs either.
Yeah. I don't know if 7-Up does either.
It
I
doesn't
just know-
all the sugar.
Yeah, I just know I couldn't drink 7-Up for the longest time. One time I was really sick. My parents got me like a big fruit punch Gatorade thing, and I couldn't drink fruit punch Gatorade for years because I just remember throwing that up. But now I can enjoy it sometimes.
That is me with strawberry kiwi drinks, like juices. I used to drink them so much that one time I felt bad and I drunk it, and that was the exact taste I had, and I couldn't go to
Ah,
strawberry kiwi drinks. So like for a
yeah.
good bit, even though it's still to this day, if I get strawberry kiwi, ooh, beautiful taste.
Really?
I can't do it. I can't do it.
Dude, the strawberry kiwi Snapple's amazing.
I can't do it.
It tastes like pink Starburst.
I believe it does. And guess what? I just can't do it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think we had any weird remedies besides that.
But yeah, other than that, but Vicks, man, Vicks is something I live by. I live by the Vicks.
Do you?
Having a hard time breathing, just slide it down your nose. You good, bro? Just a little, just close your eyes for a bit.
Just-
you get a just
Just
take
open
a
up those airways.
open up those airways real quick. You'll start smelling a whole new world.
Yeah, I do. I do believe that stuff can help. I just never could stand the smell of it.
You're not supposed to. It's like menthol.
No, yeah. I'm trying to think if we had any weird health remedies, but I don't think so.
I not to look into it that far. Like I know that.
No, I know, but I was just kind of trying to think back. The 7-Up's probably the weirdest one. But we always had like the mop bucket too that we would throw up in, and I just remember like always
Yeah.
smelling that cleaner smell when you
Yeah.
throw up.
So like,
and-
it,
It was it's just so bad.
bring back memories and shit. Talking
Yeah.
about
I haven't gotten sick and thrown up in a while.
me either, and I like to stay that way. You know.
Yeah.
I've
I
had one bad day, and it was because of Subways, and I was like, "Ah, man." I also figured out why I throw an S at the end of stuff as well.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people, like I'll say Subways with the S at the end of it. People always like attack me for that. Like it's Subway, not Subway.
Oh.
So when I said like, yesterday, I was in Valorant. I said, "Do you like spaghettis?" And like the person said, "Spaghettis," and I said, "I'm Spanish. We throw S at the end of stuff." So
You're like, there's multiple spaghetti.
I'm like, I'm Spanish. We just throw S at the end of stuff. Stop being racist is what I say. And like, immediately done. Like, it's like, gone. Like, oh, okay. Oh, sorry.
You're
Sorry.
like, oh,
Sorry for being uncultured.
you don't want to be racist, do you?
You wanna
The
be
man's
racist?
the man's wearing sandals in the house.
You haven't noticed that?
No, not until now. I was too focused on the wedgie he gave himself when he was walking out the room.
I'm mad he threw his lotion that he had next to the fucking fat Pikachu.
Yeah, I see in the background. Isn't that it there?
Oh,
You
no,
got
there's
that-
another one. Yo, he has two
Yo,
lotions
you
back
got
there?
the lotion back
No, I
there.
don't.
Yo!
No, I don't.
What's above your right shoulder there, Roman?
Right
Yeah,
there,
what's,
bro.
yeah, what's that white bottle?
Those are comic books, dude.
You're quiet. Is that Head and Shoulders?
No, that's comic books, dude.
Oh, really?
Yeah, right there, right
Yeah.
there. Oh.
Oh, what comic book was that, Roman?
Wait,
Oh, I
why do
don't
you have so much lotion there?
Was that?
I just like to have clean
That's-
hands.
I like to
Clean
have soft
hands.
Oh, soft hands, soft hands.
I like to have clean hands. I feel like that was just your. Oh my god, you nasty.
All right.
Just-
So I was looking at the fat Pikachu statue you got there. It's the one I got the other day.
Sure.
Go ahead.
I got this in a box, and it's the
Arceus?
Yeah.
That's not Fat Pikachu.
No, he's up there. But I got Arceus.
Only thing I have that's pretty much cool that like you would bring around is so one time I was on this date and we went to medieval times and knowing me, I like to live life on the luxury side. So I did VIP. I said VIP royalty suites because we do not sit with these peasants.
No, never, never.
Oh, of
Legit,
course not.
I was acting like that the whole time, and so I decided to do a knighting event. So I got knighted as well. With the knighting
Nice.
event, you also get a sword. So like I'll tell you a little sword as well.
Where are you going?
Yeah. What Ren Fair? What Ren
This is
Fair is
medieval
this?
times. This is medieval times.
Oh, so time travel.
Yeah. So we finished the tournament. Like halfway in the tournament, they do announcements of people who've been knighted or stuff that's like, oh, this person's stuff like that. So I'm on a date. This person has known me and knows that my birthday isn't today. So they sat there and said happy birthday to me, and they sung the song, which I'm not going to sing because it's copyrighted.
It's
So
not
they
No,
anymore.
it's not, yeah, it's not anymore. I mean, you don't have to sing it, but it's not copyrighted anymore.
Who said it's not copyrighted? No, I don't believe it.
It's not.
It's not.
Oh.
No, I think there was like a huge like claim argument about it. So
I guess because it was so commonly used or something like that. But
yeah.
but yeah, so they were singing it to me, and I was sitting there like, yeah, arms up in the air, like this is the shit. And then you basically, I look over to her mid song, and she's over here like, oh my fucking god, please, like she's the only one who knows it's not my birthday. And I'm like, and
Yeah.
everybody's walking up to me saying happy birthday, and I'm like, thank you, I'm 29.
Oh.
It was just me going, like I'm just lying because
Yeah.
these strangers in a different state. Woohoo! Fast forward to the end of the ceremony, they give me a sword. So
Dude.
the sword that they were supposed to give me, they ran out. So they said, so we're gonna give you a different sword. And I was like, okay. They're like, this sword does cost about $529. And I was like, I don't have that. And so, like, as my character literally looks to the left and the right, that was actually what I did. Like, I don't have that $529 for
I thought you were
sword.
VIP. Come on, dude, you're VIP. You can't afford that.
Yeah.
What are you,
So
poor?
that's what I was thinking. I was like, oh, yeah. So as I was thinking in my head, $529 for the sword, they're like, yes, we're going to give it to you. Just because we ran out of stock. It was our fault. And I was like, yo, what? Like, what? I was
Yeah.
walking around. So they gave me Excalibur.
Oh.
So it's a giant sword with a scribing on the actual sword itself, and like on the actual handle, this is a real sword. On the handle, it's gold, and there's like jewels on it. And I was over here like, this is a lot.
I'm not gonna lie. If you're ever going on a date, you should go into the restaurant, like if it's a nicer restaurant, with the plan of saying it's one of your birthdays, because that's how you comp a free dessert.
Nah, it's a free dessert. I always recommend going to like, because I figured out this place in North Carolina. It's called Rendezvous, and it's like it's comfort French food is what they say. But I would drive an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. I don't care. Just eat that food. I've never
Yeah.
had food like it. I sat there and said, it's expensive, but it's fucking good. It makes
Hey,
you
I'm-
sit there and, as you eat one of the food. Like, take a bite. You're like, oh, they're like that.
I'm all for faking the birthdays, because when I grew up it was, oh yeah, kids under 8 eat free, and they'd be like, you're 8, and I'm like, no, I'm 10, and they're like, you're fucking 8. And I'm like,
Dude, what if they ID you though? What if they're like, let me see your ID then, little boy?
I don't have none. So
who's got an ID?
Yeah, or
when
where did
they're
they go? Where they go? What year were you born?
8? I don't know.
Exactly.
that is actually a really childlike thing to say. As an adult, I don't know how old I am. So people ask me, how old are you? And I'm like, shit.
What do you mean you don't know how old you are?
So, like, as a kid, I really don't. It takes math and a good second to say, what did I say last year?
Is that what happens when I get
I have-
old?
Yeah, because I've sat there and someone's like, how old are you? And then I kind of brain fart, and I'm like, shit, there's no way
I'm
I'm
like-
25.
I'll be sitting here and be like, I'm older than you too, Pizza. I was like, fuck, how old am I? So 26, turning 27.
God, you guys
Yeah.
are old. God damn.
I'm
I'm
old
like,
enough to
oh,
have
I'm
gray
23.
Yeah, I'm old enough to have gray hair, bro. So it's fine.
I think I have some gray hairs coming in through my beard.
Yo, my beard is turning from like dark brown to like where it's basically black to like light brown. Like it's going through the process, and I'm like, oh shit, I'm going through age.
Man's about
I'm-
to be a silver fox.
I'm out here about to fucking say I'm going through changes like Big Mouth. Oh no.
Going through changes.
So you guys are both getting old is what I'm hearing.
You're
Yep.
getting old too. You'll get there.
Whoa. I'm sorry. I'm 23. I'm a young dude.
Yeah. Call me in 2 years when you're like, how old am I? I'm 23. No, I'm 25. Oh my god.
Not gonna happen. I don't get
Call
old.
us in 30 days when your hip starts popping.
It does sometimes. What the fuck?
Oh, then you're
Oh.
old enough, bro.
Imagine being born in 1999.
98, you fool.
Oh, you haven't had your birthday this year. You're gonna be 24, old man.
Wow, I gotta see you after my 20. I try to turn 24. Yeah, because I'm gonna. If I see you in October, yeah, I turn 24 in September.
Do you remember?
Y'all are old, shaking my head.
Yo, no. They're old. I'm a young guy. I drink and then I stay up till 4 a.m. and I don't need to drink any water.
You'll hit that age where you realize that you're old too.
Yeah, once you
Nah.
hit that, once your hip starts popping one good time, you'll be like, oh, once you sit down and make that noise.
That's what dads do. They go, oh.
I'm not a dad, but I mean, some people like to call me it, but so you sit down and you go, oh.
Jesus.
I crouched down at work the other day and jokingly made the sound, and then I was like, I kind of sounded like my dad. I was like, I gotta stop that.
What is it?
Is that a bobblehead?
What?
What?
I don't know. I was like, what is hanging from your mic? So I just
Oh.
realized this.
It's so when the second Godzilla movie was coming out, they had like these little toys at the movie theater, so I bought one of them and I just hang it on my mic. It's King
Okay,
Ghidorah.
All I saw was something going back and forth, and I was like, is that a bobblehead?
Can I tell my story of where I got this mic, or I was like, oh damn, I really want this mic. Can I tell that story?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Guys, so I have a quick story. This is just completely random.
It's kind of a confession as well.
It's not really a confession because I don't feel bad. So I don't know if you guys are aware. Moonar, do you know who Basherverse is?
No.
Okay.
He's an old Minecraft YouTuber.
He was an old Minecraft YouTuber. He's dead now. What? Okay.
Hold on, let me mute.
Oh, that's Jesus.
Anyways,
Pushing past that. So there's like an infamous video of him because he got accused of some stuff, or I don't know if he was accused or he was like proven that he did it. It's bad stuff.
It happened and then it got brought up. Like,
Okay,
he
yeah.
Found out about it.
It got
Yeah.
hot as hell in here, bro.
So basically some stuff
Nah.
came out about him that had been like well established, but not well established, but it came out essentially, right? And he had like a freak out video, and he's like clearly having a breakdown. But in that video, he's got this same microphone, and I saw that video years ago, and I thought, that's a good looking microphone.
Man's really going through it. That's a nice mic.
It was a nice mic. Like, you could really hear the struggle in his life at the time. So
That made me laugh. Oh,
So when I was looking for mics again, back in September, I was like, oh, I got some money. I had a job that like paid me a big bonus to like stay with them for a certain amount of time. So I was like, I have some money, and I was like, I thought back to that moment. I was like, I want a fancy looking microphone.
One man's crisis is another man's nice purchase.
Exactly. And now I have this sweet microphone. It all
I'm
worked.
surprised you haven't heard about that, Mona, because it's pretty infamous.
I don't really care much about Minecraft or people.
I mean,
doing
that's fair, but
other
it's
people.
yeah.
It was pretty big. Maybe even at the time, but like,
Like, I kind of
It's just his
whenever
old
someone becomes like well known, it's always they do something they do something stupid with their power. So I tend to not pay attention to that and separate the artist from what they do
Yeah.
because everyone does something stupid. It's like Plato said,
okay.
the measure of a man's what he does with his power. Everyone chooses to do bad things. So it's one of those things where it's like, I don't really care. So I don't look into that.
That's
Man,
fair.
I wipe my fucking face just now. That shit legit made me laugh. He just said when he said that.
Because he
And then he
did. He's
proceeded
gone.
to say that.
Because I didn't know. I didn't know that.
He
Pizza
used
Rat
to be
told me.
Minecraft YouTuber. Well, he used to be a big Minecraft. He's dead now.
He's dead
He
now.
is.
And then he
Yeah.
went off and said, and then he got into some allegations, and I'm like,
No, he died of COVID.
I had
Yeah.
to mute.
Complications of COVID.
Because
I
look,
had to mute myself because that shit was so funny.
I didn't
Oh
know
my
he
God.
died. Pizza Rat was the one who told me.
Oh my god.
Huh.
I just got a notification from Facebook. My dad doesn't ever use Facebook. And I'm sure he's watching right now, but he posted my Twitch link onto his Facebook.
Yeah.
I support
I know, but oh, thanks, Dad.
I hope
Here.
anyone who saw that link immediately heard he was a big Minecraft tuber.
Yeah, everyone tunes in at the bad moment.
Dad, exactly.
Oh shit.
Oh my god, that'd be so funny. And I just had to mute. I'm so sorry. I needed to finish what you were saying, but like, you just saw my avatar just go back and forth, rocking back and forth in the chair. Talking.
Yeah, so man was having a midlife crisis, and I thought
He was having a mad love crisis.
I think he was having a 3/4 crisis, if you know what I mean. That's bad to say.
Oh, that you think?
It's kind of true though.
Jesus Christ.
That's horrible.
So yeah, that's why I got inspiration to buy this mic. So I thought maybe I'll buy a Blue Yeti, but then I thought no.
Oh.
I want to ball out. So I bought a
How long
blue.
have you had this mic? How long have you had this mic?
This one?
A few.
Like
Have you
under.
had this since the controversy, or did you remember that? So
was-
you just
yeah.
No, I just.
It was the years after.
Yeah, I bought it like last year in September.
So you just so happened to buy it because you just wanted to. Oh, it looks kind of cool, and then you watched one of his old videos and went and saw.
No. Wait, you're misinterpreting.
You
No.
saw the video,
I saw the video, and then I watched videos reacting to it years ago. And then I was like, damn, I want a new mic. And I remember this. I saw this good looking one online. And I was like, oh, yeah, that's the one that he was using at the time. And then I bought it.
As he's streaming his meltdown, you get in the comments. You're like, "Hey, what kind of mic do you use?" He's like, "I'm so fucking done. I'm sick of everyone calling me." And you're like, "Yo, what kind of mic is that?"
That sounds great. Oh my god,
dude, I can really hear the pain in your voice. What kind of mic is that?
you make you sound like you make you sound worse than it actually is.
I know.
I
Oh,
can really hear that you're lying right now. The mic you're using. Oh my god.
oh, that was good.
The way your VTuber gets nice and close and his corner looks
Yeah, like
when you're saying that. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. I like that sometimes it matches up, sometimes it doesn't, and sometimes he just freaks out by himself. And it's just like, I love this avatar. I like
So
actually
fun.
designed a little tattoo on his face, and that was like the most stress I've ever went through in my life, ever drawing in my life.
Yeah.
Part of me was like, oh well, other people's gonna see it. Then a part of me was like, oh wait, this is the symbol of my god. Oh shit, wait a minute, let me not fuck this up. And as I'm doing it, I'm like, oh, it's uneven. Oh, it's not dark enough. Oh, and I'm like, oh my god, I went through so much stress and anxiety through this. I finally did it, and I was like, oh, beautiful. The little swirl at the end, a little finish.
oh.
You guys wanna finish this up with the challenge?
Oh my fucking god.
We can go ahead and do it, but I'm not gonna burp. I promise you.
Yeah, let's do the fucking challenge. I'll
I
be
got my
right back.
lukewarm
Guys,
Sprite right
as-
here.
We've set aside a special event for
I'll
this
be right
podcast. Yeah, go
Alright.
get your Sprite. We're gonna be
Oh
doing
my
the
God.
Sprite challenge for all the people at home. And for those who don't know what the Sprite challenge is you man's over there just fixing his wedgie. You drink a bottle of Sprite and try not to burp.
I'm fine with doing that.
Yeah.
I
I'll
hope
wait
gas-
till Roman gets back, and then it takes me 3 seconds to grab it. It'll take him 5 minutes.
I'm gonna go use the bathroom halfway into.
Yeah, probably. Oh, I made a sandwich.
I made a sandwich. We're just streaming. Talking about what game you planning on playing after this.
Yeah. What the? I know you're pretty used to being a survivor, correct? On DBD.
Used to, yes. I can be a survivor, yes.
Yeah. Who would you say your survivor main is?
Elodie.
Elodie? Is it because of her perks or?
Because of her perks and because of the way she looks overall. I mean, for me, I love Elodie. She looks beautiful in my eyes.
She's a very fine animated woman.
But I think Power Struggle is the most funniest shit. Because if you actively think about it, you only think about avoiding a pallet because another survivor is going to come in and slap it down on you.
Yeah.
You don't think as they're struggling, I'm gonna go and hit a pallet. That shit gets me every time. Whenever Power Struggle ever actually works, it's the funnest perk to use. I love it. It's awesome. Deception? Oh my god, I love it.
Yeah.
As you can tell, it's
great
on that TikTok.
Yeah. I have Elodie's my main like trolling person because she's got Deception and Head On, and then Power Struggle.
Fucking awesome.
We're talking about the Survivor mains. Roman.
Oh, so this is completely random because I'm gonna order salad for dinner. Did you guys watch Regular Show?
Somewhat.
So there's an episode where they eat a bunch of junk food, and then to like make himself feel better, one of the characters like eating a salad. He goes, all better. And for the longest time, he's like, oh man, if I eat a ton of junk food, if I eat a salad, I'll feel so much better after. Not true.
I do feel better. I don't feel as bloated when I eat salad.
No, but if you slam junk food, then eat a salad.
Oh, like a hangover cure.
Yeah, I don't think that's... Yeah, okay.
No.
Are you guys Pebble enjoyers?
No.
All right,
okay.
so here it is. I got a nice cold...
You got yours.
You didn't go get yours?
No, because it was going to keep the conversations going.
Oh, okay.
How small is your Pepsi? I don't like this. It looks extremely small to size.
Shut the fuck up. It's 6...
I have a 32 ounce.
This is
Burger
20
King
ounces. This is 20 ounces. Shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear from you.
Your Sprite looks extra small on camera, bro.
You look extra small on camera.
Yeah. We going at.
It's not small.
Images now?
It's perfectly average and it has a great personality.
Someone likes it. It's a good fit for somebody. It looks perfectly average.
Some would say it's too much. All right, how much do I have to drink? Because I have a bottle. I don't have a can.
I don't have a can either. I have a 20-ounce bottle.
Oh, you're gonna be fucking kidding. Yeah, I'm just really big,
Drinking
guys.
the whole thing.
All right, not the whole thing. This is gonna hurt.
That's what the challenge is.
Just go as far as you can. That's basically the challenge is. A lot of people can't do it. All right.
No, I don't keep laughing.
Y'all ready?
No.
We're capping the top now, right? So I'm ready. Let's go.
Cheers, boys.
Yeah, cheers. My avatar is fucking out.
Yeah.
What was that? What are you doing?
No. I already have to burp.
Oh.
You already did.
Oh.
The challenge is all for fun, Ian. I'm trying not to burp. It's sitting right here.
The ice in the cup is hurting my mouth. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
This
This is just gonna turn into everyone burping.
Yeah, you think?
My stomach feels kind of bloated right now.
I don't feel so good.
I want to drink the whole thing because I've seen those videos where someone gets that really long burp and it looks like their soul's leaving their body. And that's the experience I want.
Let's start. I can't help it. I have to burp. Okay, I'm kind of.
Yeah, I have to burp too, but I'm trying to hold it in.
This shit's spicy. Who made Sprite like this?
It's like torture. Oh. Oh!
Amunra said he wouldn't burp, so I wanted to put it in.
His ever looks so good. What, are you good there, buddy?
Wow, my avatar's just rocking back and forth.
He's struggling. He's like, God damn it. Roman's burped like 8 times already.
Oh. Oh, Jesus.
Stop. Don't do that when I'm drinking.
I can't help it.
It just the ice hurts my mouth. I'm not even gonna lie.
I don't even want the taste anymore.
The ice hurts your...
Yeah, sensitive teeth, so cold.
Oh, just like Pizza Rat. Oh, Pizza Rat also sensitive teeth.
That's why I'm taking sips.
It hurts. That's why I prefer lukewarm stuff.
Oh, God.
Thank you. I'm not the only one with sensitive teeth.
That was awful.
Really, Care Bear, you should try this challenge.
Oh!
You're gonna make me laugh a burp out.
Oh! This is a great mic. Wait, okay. Let me drink.
He muted his mic. What is he burping?
He was a great YouTuber. Damn it.
I was laughing. That was funny. I'm done with mice, guys.
Oh, it hurts so bad.
I'm done with mice. You guys gotta hurry up.
My shit hurt. My tummy hurts. This is a shitty idea. I want to fucking.
Okay.
I got Burger King Sprite because I want to go easy mode.
All right, mine's done.
Oh! I felt that on my chest too.
So for Olaf, who was out at the starting line, he was.
You should play. No. No more spicy Mountain Dew.
Oh. I'm gonna send Pizza my bill.
Other people are thinking about doing it too.
Oh.
I haven't burped yet, but it hurts.
Fucking
care.
good for you.
I'm gonna message you something that me and you are gonna probably do this.
No round
Tough
twos.
pizza later.
No round twos. I don't even want to do. I'll be honest, not as intense as I thought it was gonna be from you, Pizza Rat. I was hoping for something a little.
There's more. Ooh.
That wasn't so bad actually. Jesus. Okay, never mind. This is awful now.
Okay, I feel better now. That's what the viewers wanted.
So stupid.
What's up, Halo?
Oh, Jesus. It's a terrible idea. I hate you so much.
It's all about the content.
Oh, fuck me.
Well, like I said, I'm not burping for this, but
He's muting. I'm so sus of him right now. Sauce, bro? You're sus?
I'm not burping for this, but hey,
He's
pizza.
gotta. Yeah.
I mean, I do gotta at this point, but I can just hold it in.
He's built different.
Did you drink the whole thing?
I was looking
I have a whole. I can take a picture and show you.
I drank the entire thing and held it in.
I was looking at a food order and I was going through the drink section. I saw Sprite and I'm like, no. Oh no, I don't want to. I don't even want a soda right now. I feel so shitty now.
Eat a salad, bro.
I'm gonna get the salad right now. I'm
Just
ordering.
go do some jumping jacks and then come back.
Shut
You'll
the
be
fuck up!
perfectly
I'll
fine.
throw up. Dude, some of them are like fucking scary. What was it? I used to not have this issue. I used to not burp real bad. Because I think one time DSG was like, "Oh, dude, I know this one person who does like epic burps," and I felt like really competitive about that. I was like, "I bet I could do better," and so I just stopped holding back. I used to like kind of like slip them out, but no, now I've ruined it. So if I drink anything around my friends, they're like openly annoyed at the fact that I burp real hard.
No, you're very vocal about your burps.
Yeah, like I'm like a Rick Sanchez. Got a very high IQ, you know.
Hey,
It depends where I am.
Hey, Tom,
Oh yeah,
go do a jumping jack. 100% better. I promise.
I think you're fucking lying to me.
I promise.
Pretty sure you're
Promise.
lying.
I look. Even if I am lying, so what? I promised.
Hey,
Oh,
Can we get a burp for the people?
No.
wow, what a
You said
ripoff.
you got a burp though.
A little baby burp.
The fuck is that, dude?
Do you really not burp that often?
No, I have a lot of gas in me.
Man's just out here floating.
I had time.
Wait,
Moonrose just has he has a deep fear of the sea, so he just drinks as much soda as he can. So if he ever goes in the ocean, he just floats.
yeah. So if anybody's talking about Wolf Float too, he was thinking about me.
Oh,
Is that it? Is that all we got?
Here.
yeah, Moonro, why don't you tell the people where they can find you? Tell them if you got any projects coming up that you want people to know about.
Okay. So you can find me on Twitch. My name is link down in their stuff right there, so you don't have to go far. And upcoming projects is basically me just making more characters. I'm gonna throw lore in between them and actually build a storyline behind them. Most of my streams are gonna be titled what the episode or stuff is gonna be about. Basically, if you do talk to this character in the future, he's going to answer it as if the character. You're not going to be speaking to me. He's going to be legit just acting like how this character would act in this environment. So how this is going to be is Ra himself is going to be sitting here talking to you as if he was reading a chat. Whatever you say is how he would depict it. I'll use their personality traits and move on from there as well. During the stream, I'll start breaking down and talking a little bit more about stories about the Book of the Dead and building off that story. So I'll be branching off as if this is just not canon, but this is something that just came from it. So looking forward to that. I'm going to build more VTuber characters and then make them all have a little rivalry between themselves.
Heck yeah. It's going to be more than just gaming content over there.
Yeah.
All right, everyone. Thank you for watching podcast episode 11 of the Sitting by the Fire podcast.